My name's Kat Mills and I'm a Transformational life coach, and we're here today at the JAAC pop-up at Talbot Chambers, and just having a discussion with Paola.
So I'm Paola from I'll Thrive Coaching, and having a chat with Kat before about the pain points that our clients tend to come up with, and I was saying that my own personal experience is what's driven me to find coaching and decide to coach, and it's that, and what a lot of my clients sort of echo what I'd experienced about having that tug of war between wanting to work and put a load into work and see yourself develop, and giving your all to your family, to your children, and your home, and just that struggle and the pull between the two, and that tends to be what comes up a lot.
I think it seems like it's a real theme, isn't it, for a lot of women now, where the economy's changed and everybody's working so hard. So everybody's working and women are trying to carry it all. I suppose it's learning those tools to help maintain that balance in life. But interestingly, today we were all talking about boundary setting, weren't we? And about how to set boundaries to maintain our own health and well-being, so we don't feel like we're doing everything even, and getting exhausted, and being able to honour our needs by just sharing. Do you find some of your clients struggle to set boundaries or share their needs, or they feel somehow that they're failing?
Oh, absolutely, and it kind of goes back to that tug of war, really. It's a trying to do it all, and then feeling this sense of failure on all fronts. And it's got nothing to do with actually failing anything, but it is that internal struggle and that internal guilt that leads to that sense of failure. Yeah, absolutely.
And isn't it funny now that women have got to the point where they feel like they should do everything, but actually in a perfect, like it has to be perfect, or like, I don't know whether that's caused from social media or pressure we put on ourselves, or what it is. I don't know. Where do you think that comes from?
In a way, I think it is a societal or society that's kind of built this as well. So we've always tried to be, or we fought for equality as well. Which is a great thing, and we're far further forward than we've ever been, in history in terms of equality. But I think that's also led to the pressure to be able to be the perfect homemaker, the perfect mother, the perfect wife, as well as stepping up to be, great and perfect employee, entrepreneur, manager, CEO, and I think it's that almost that collision of the two, which has resulted in us feeling worn down and
overwhelmed. I mean, even when you said that list, I just felt overwhelmed hearing it, to be honest. I think it's about taking a good look at nowadays, having a bit of a review of where we're at as well, and what is actually helping and not helping. And as regards boundary setting, I talk to a lot of my clients about boundary setting in relationships or in life and wherever it sits, really, but we're not taught that really from childhood, are we? How to set boundaries, and especially as women, no one teaches you to set a boundary kindly necessarily. We feel like we shouldn't somehow, that we should be coping, but actually it's quite dangerous, if not toxic way to be, because we can get sick,
And I think as well as, we model ourselves on, very often our mothers, and what our mothers did. And very often those boundaries are not necessarily there. And it's really important to be able to put those in place, so with others, but with ourselves as well. And that's what a lot of my clients see, is the boundaries with themselves are what's missing, and more so to be able to put those boundaries in place without feeling really, really guilty.
I know. But it's so powerful, really, if you think about it, because once you learn that skill of setting your own boundaries and being able to voice your truth,
Yes.
Your now children, even your girls, are now going to model on that, which helps future generations. We want people to be present, not unwell, be able to voice what they need and what they don't need. But yeah, such a shame we don't start it in the schooling system, courses to teach us, because it would be so good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. And I think it actually probably comes to the fore, because yes, we need to set boundaries and learn that as we're young, but I think it tends to come to the fore when we're put in a pressured situation, and that's when we realise. So imagine the power that we would have if we were able to teach this stuff to youngsters before they end up in that sort of situation of being in relationships, in working worlds, the home life, where it all just comes together. So yeah, I think there's huge power and a massive gap to be able to get those skills in there. I think it's just as important as learning, academically, your finances, how to set things up. I think these inner skills are
definitely
just as, if not more important.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you would call it. I mean, you would call it like life skills, but it seems so. It's more than that, isn't it? It's teaching people how to honour their needs and their own emotions. Because I suppose when you can learn that without feeling bad, like everywhere you show up in life becomes good. So whether it be in work, in your relationships with your children, you're coming from a place of knowing yourself and your own presence and being authentic. And if you're not coping, being able to share that and then teaching your children to do the same, would be a massive shift, wouldn't it?
And being able to fulfill your own needs.
Yeah.
And then you're coming from a place of plenty.
Yes, good point. Yeah, you're coming from a full place, aren't you, rather than an empty one.
Yeah. And you actually, in your talk earlier, Kat, you mentioned having, now the thought's gone out of my head, you just catch it again. It was a place of self-respect.
Yeah.
I think those were the words you used, and that's really sat with me. Putting the boundaries in place, is respect for the self.
Yes.
And I think that's really important. And allowing ourselves the space and the opportunities to pause before we make those decisions and about what the boundary is. And actually, when that boundary is challenged, to be able to take that pause before we automatically react and jump into something.
Yeah, I often say to my clients, when you're saying yes to something, what are you saying no to? Or, on the opposite way, if you're saying no to something, what are you actually saying yes to? And you're right, I think it's just timing. We, in such a rush, chaotic world, everything needs to be quick and straight away, and actually, we need to reel it back a lot, don't we?
Certainly do.
But I think for me anyway, learning how to be a coach 6 years ago, it really helped me try and reflect and come back to myself every now and again, because no one's perfect. We're always making mistakes and question, I wonder why that happened, but I think you can coach yourself, but it's always more helpful to have a coach help you and support you along that journey. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you, it just means you're working from a place of helping yourself to align and get back on path, wherever you are.
It absolutely is a journey, and it's a continual journey.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lovely analogy that when I was training they used about it's like an onion, the layers, you peel the layers away, and sometimes the lesson comes back, you think you've dealt with it, but you've only dealt with a layer, and then you can slowly you peel away the layers of the onion to reveal your beautiful self within, and learning to align with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries, thanks, Paola.